Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Fat Guy Live. It is Paul coming to you, as always, from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome, 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 everybody that is here. Not a lot of you right now. I guess everybody's sleeping in. They don't have to be to work, so what the hell, right? How you guys doing this morning? I hope you guys are having as good a weekend as I am having. I'm having a fantastic weekend. I got to be honest with you. Yesterday, I finished up the work on 3 of my builds, and no lie, these are going to be my top 3 all-time ever favorite builds, and I can't wait for the videos to come out. So excited about the way things have been working out, and you know, I'm just feeling really good. I've lost a lot of weight, having success with my builds. You know, everything's just clicking right now, so I'm feeling good, and I hope you guys are feeling great as well. I'm glad to have you here. If it's nice and early like it is here, I hope you got yourself a nice warm cup of coffee or whatever it is that you're into, and you know, we're gonna sit here, we're gonna have some fun. We have so much stuff today. I mean, really, I know I probably say that every month, but we really do have a ton of stuff today, and man, I'm just so excited about everything that's really happening, and I looking forward to sharing it with you guys. So let's quickly, hey, Big Paw and Play Amps, Mike, Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy. How you doing? Scale Street. Ken. Hey, Ken. How you doing, buddy? So welcome everybody that is here. One thing that I'm going to try and do a little bit more of that I haven't done in the past is I'm going to try and pay a little bit more attention to some of the comments that are happening as we're doing the live stream, so I can interact with you at that time rather than after the fact. So if you post something, I'll try to see it, but if not, you know, we still have the chat session at the end of the stream, so you can repeat anything there. And later in the day, I go back and I review the entire stream so I can watch the scrolling comments go by to see if there's something I needed to talk about. All right, so let's start right here. Okay. Look at this. I got my new Fat Guy Productions business cards here. And I know you probably don't care about them, but I'm super excited about them. I love the way they came out. And look right here, I've got my own VR code. If you aim the camera of your smartphone at this, it will offer you the option to take you to my YouTube channel. So I was really excited to get these things. I have a business card for my coin rings, and I'm going to keep using those because on the back I have the care and feeding instructions for the coin rings, so I send them out with every coin ring I send out. But these are my big thing, my overall thing. Fun little story about it. I had paid somebody at Fiverr to design something because I was, for some reason, just struggling to come up with something I liked. And the person at Fiverr came up with this little swooped edge here that you see. But overall, I didn't like the way they did the card. So I kept the swoop that they put in there, and I redid the rest of it. And so it was like a collaboration to make this work out. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. It's got my Instagram, my Etsy, and all that stuff. Everything's on here, and I'm really happy with it. So very exciting news for me there, right? Let's see here. Like I said, I've had an amazing weekend of building, and let's see. Okay, I knocked out one very special vehicle. It's something that touches my life personally, so I was really happy to do it. So I did that one, and I'm so happy with it. Then the Back to the 50s Three Blind Mice Invitational, I knocked that one out. And again, that's another vehicle that is going to be very personal to me, and it came out amazing. Not for lack of hard work, because I had a headache all last night from working on this thing, but I'll explain that in the video when you see it. But yeah, it came out great. And then I also have my May Three Blind Mice Invitational Nova done, and that came out really cool. So yeah, I've had an amazing build weekend, and then being capped off by the live stream. So it just doesn't get any better than that. Let's see here. Where do we want to head from this? Oh man, we're gonna have so much new stuff coming your way. Okay, so you know that we have now Turning Type 2, my series on diabetes, and we started the Airbrush Academy with the first course, the first core course that you need to get your degree in airbrushing. So we've got that, and then we've got some other new videos that are coming out that I'm super, super excited about. And it's a funny story here. So somebody that I trusted, and I still do. I mean, he wasn't giving me a bum steer. He was trying to be helpful to me. He said, hey, if you took and focused your channel just to diecast, your subscription numbers would skyrocket. And I thought about that, but it's just not what I wanted to do. I wanted to bring you fun things, different things, and certainly like my coin ring guys. They've made the channel what it is as much as the diecast guys, and so I did not want to narrow my focus. And in fact, instead of narrowing my focus, I've kind of expanded my focus, and I've been happy with it. Well, recently I heard that YouTube is not putting as much effort into promoting these diecast videos as they used to do before. And so guys who are just doing YouTube channels on diecast are struggling to move forward. And I'm thinking to myself, hey, I actually made a good decision here. So there is hope. If you're hopelessly confused and befuddled like I am, there's hope for you yet. Okay, you too can make a good decision. So yeah, so I'm really glad about that. But we do have a lot of new videos coming, and I'll talk about that some more in the show today. So let's go ahead and start taking a look at what happened in the last month, beginning with this build, this Chaparral. And I have to tell you that I really love the way this car came out. The white paint on the beautiful curves of this car, it was just an amazing looking build, and I was so happy with it. And I'm really having a lot of fun doing the race cars from Hot Wheels, and so I'm gonna run my way through all of those. But this one in particular was really, really fun, and I just love the way that white paint worked out on it. Then, of course, we had the Three Blind Mice build here. This is the Ranchero that I was trying to remove the tampos off before I screwed up the paint. But in the end, I'm kind of glad I did screw up the paint, because I think it came out really cool looking. I hope you agree. I had a lot of fun with this. It really looked great in my book, and as you may remember, I sent this out to Larry Kane, and I hope he is enjoying it as much as I enjoyed building it. And of course, there was the Twin Mill, one of the icons of the Hot Wheel world, and again, a lot of fun. Presented a lot of new challenges, and proof that sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, because I think the paint color is dead amazing, and I stumbled on that. So really very, very happy about it. And then, of course, the Turning Type 2 series, we just did the review on the Pip Lancet, which, if you are Type 2, or if you know somebody who is Type 2, I really love these things. I don't tell you guys I love things if I didn't, and I really do. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but it's a subscription service. I get my Lancets. They're a little less painful. They're no hassle. They're just take it out, pop, done, you're bleeding. It's beautiful. Love it. So I was really happy about the Pip Lancets, and I was really glad to be able to bring that to you and share it with you. So, yeah, that's kind of the stuff that we had going on in the last month. But there was other stuff. We showed you the holy grail of airbrushes, my Harder Steamback, which is now in full service, and I'm loving it. And we also, what else did we do? Oh, Airbrush Academy. Yeah, we started that Airbrush Academy, as I said. And in part one, we talked about airbrushes, and part two's in the can. We'll talk more about that when we take a look at stuff that's coming up. So yeah, we had a lot of fun stuff happening. Just overall, I've been getting a lot of things delivered, and there's been a lot of fun stuff going on at the house. I'm just trying to keep myself really busy and productive, and so far so good. Oh, hey, and other great news. Do you remember the last live stream? Where is it? Last live stream, I broke my pen. Okay, so, well, I fixed it. It's working, but I also found this in my pen cup. This is a fire department cross pen that was given to me by my crew. It's got my name on the side of it, and I found that, and I loaded it up with a new Fisher Space Pen refill, and so I've got that working. So I'm really excited about my pens. My pens have survived the destruction that they suffered in the last live stream. Oh man, okay. So let's go ahead and move on, and let's take a look and knock this out of the way. We're going to go to the tip of the month now, and this one, really, seriously, I need you guys to pay attention to the tip of the month. This one is really important. But before we do, let me quick, I love the green on the twin mill. Thank you, Ken. I really did too. A lot of thumbs ups here. Jeremy, thank you. I like the diversity of the channel too. Some of the stuff may not be for you. Some of the stuff may be for you. Fine, tune in, tune out, do whatever you want. But I like to cater to everybody. David, and it's a pleasure to have you here, David. So thank you. I didn't block you over the correct pronunciation of Porsche. Oh. Oh, I don't know about that. So yeah, okay. I don't know. I didn't block you. I'm glad to have you here. Is it Porsche or Porsche? I don't know. Don't care, really. Whatever. Hey, speaking of Porsches, before I go to the tip of the month, so I've always thought the Carreras were pretty cool, but I'm not really a sports car guy. I'm a muscle car guy. But I was watching the movie The Freshman with Matthew Broderick in it. You guys remember that movie where he's got the big Komodo dragon and stuff? And later in the movie, he gets an opportunity to drive a red Porsche Carrera convertible. Holy crap balls. My heart skipped a couple beats, man. This thing was just badass, and it really made me think that I could have loved that car. Wow. Stunningly beautiful. Oh my goodness. He had the top down, and they were driving this thing, and it was just amazingly cool. So anyhow, well, whatever. Okay, so let's go ahead, and we're going to hit the tip of the month. And like I was saying, this tip of the month and next month's tip of the month, they're tied in together. These are safety tips of the month, and they're important. Please pay attention. Let's go right to it. Hey everybody, and welcome to this tip of the month. This is an important one. This is not frivolous. This is actually very, very important because it's about safety. You saw me annealing, but even if you're not a coin ringer, let's say you're a model builder, quite often model builders are using hot items, small butane torches for stretching sprue. Lots of hobbies are using lots of dangerous equipment, things that could start a fire. So this tip of the month is on how to pick a fire extinguisher to keep in your home. So here's the fire extinguisher that I have in my house. Now this is not your ordinary Walmart throwaway fire extinguisher. This is a good fire extinguisher that can be inspected and recharged by a reputable extinguisher company. This is an A, B, C fire extinguisher, and it's the minimum that you want. A means that it can put out normal fires, paper, cardboard, wood. B means that it can handle liquid fires, a small spill of gasoline or some kind of a cleaner that accidentally ignites. A B fire extinguisher can handle those kinds of fires. And finally we have C, which means it can handle electrical fires. Now there are D extinguishers, that's for burning metals. It's not really something you need. A good high quality ABC fire extinguisher is gonna do the trick for you. But rather than throw them away every year, I highly recommend you try and find one that can be inspected. If you're not sure, reach out to your local fire extinguisher company and they can help guide you on what they can and can't inspect and recharge. Up here we have our pressure gauge that lets you know what the status of your extinguisher is. So right now it's in the green, we have good pressure, and this extinguisher is within its inspection range. Now in the next tip of the month, next month, I'm going to give you a little tutorial on how to properly use a fire extinguisher, but suffice it to say for now, it's enough to go out and go get one. Maybe two, depending on the size of your house. You have to make those determinations. But when you're using things like blowtorches and soldering irons and whatever else it is that you use in your home, it's a danger to you, your property, and your family, and you need to have a good fire extinguisher available. Go out right now and get, well, after the live stream, and then go out and go get you one. This is Paul from Fat Guy Productions with this month's Tip of the Month. Well, there you have it, the tip of the month, fire extinguishers. Being a, I was a firefighter for almost 39 years total. I've seen every kind of destruction you can imagine. And if you can save yourself, even a small fire can do so much damage. Get yourself a smoke detector. I mean, we got guys using soldering irons. We got guys using, here, where is it? Where's my little mini blowtorch? I don't see it. It's around here somewhere. I have a little mini butane blowtorch somewhere around here. I don't know where I've got it put, but I've got that. So, I've got that. And then downstairs I have my big torch for annealing coins. We're all using very flammable liquids. We're using torches. We're using lighters. We're using all sorts of stuff. Go get yourself a smoke detector, man. Seriously, if you could spend $40 on equipment for doing your hobbies and stuff, you sure can spend $40 on an extinguisher to protect you and your family and all of your belongings. So please take that to heart. And then in next month's tip of the month, I'll actually be showing you the proper way to use a fire extinguisher, and we'll actually discharge one so you can see how it's working. Okay, so that was the tip of the month. I hope you guys were paying attention like I asked you to. Hey, so now this is really important. Ken, I know you're watching because I've seen you post a comment here. There it is. I'll answer your question in a second, Ken, but aren't you supposed to be sending me some information? Yes, I think you are. Get on it. All right. So, what is the difference between a grease fire and a kitchen fire? Really, nothing. Okay, that's what they're talking about. They're talking about a fire in your stove. They're talking about a fire on the burners. Usually involving grease and stuff like that. So that's what they're talking about. It's all pretty much the same idea here, but they're trying to make it, simple. They're trying not to have to break it down into 10 million little different things. Hey, Anthony, how you doing? Hey, Ant, I got a question for you. Anthony, have you ever seen one of these? Huh? Isn't this cool? You know what it is? It's a bat boat. I was just curious if Anthony's ever seen one of these. I've got one. I love it. Anyhow, all right. Let's see. Who else is talking out there? Scale Street. Right, Scale Street. Batteries in the smoke detectors. I should throw that one into one of my tips of the month too. I have. Well, I think I did a video on them on the First Alert smoke detectors. I have. They're so amazing. They're really cool and fun. So. Anyhow, so Anthony, you're making me laugh. So yeah, smoke detectors. It's true. You don't have to spend the kind of money I spent on these smoke detectors. I love them. At least spend enough on the batteries. What they say is you can do it on the 4th of July. Every 4th of July, change your batteries. Okay, it's a real easy thing to do, and with all the fireworks, you get it, fireworks and stuff. It can help jog your memory. So make that a good habit. All right. What other comments we have? Hey, John, how you doing from the UK? What time is it there, John? Hi, Gordon. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, get cracking, Ken. You're really sloughing off. Anyhow. Play apps. Keep watching. That's all I can say, okay? Just keep watching, okay? See, here's the thing on that play apps. It would be natural for me to do a lot of fire trucks. I got fire truck models. I got fire trucks everywhere. I don't want to just be the fire truck guy. So I try not to overdo that, but keep watching. Big Paw. I'm sorry to hear that, Big Paw. Just keep your head up and keep safe, man. Favorite 70s sitcom. This is from Lord Nagatron. What is my favorite 70s sitcom? Boy, that's a tough one. I'm gonna have to think about that. I'll think about that, and maybe I'll do a little video on it for the next live stream. I'll answer that. So, 70 sitcom. Boy, there's so many that I can think of. Okay, so we'll get back to that because I just can't. Right now my head's spinning and I'm thinking of so many different shows, and I like to rep my shows and stuff like that. Good job, David. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. A fire extinguisher in the kitchen and one outside the bedroom. Jeremy's working on a 69 Redline fire truck. I can't wait to see it for show and tell next month. Great. And we got some other stuff from Jeremy for today's show and tell. It's going to be a lot of good fun. George is giving you crap about the boat. Why? That's funny. Oh, man. Too funny. Mike, what's that? Am I boring you? Okay, well, let's liven stuff up then. Mike's giving me sleepy faces, so let's liven stuff up by talking about some of the stuff that's coming up, because there's a lot of exciting stuff. I promise you, a lot of fun stuff. So let's take a look at some of the stuff that's going to be coming up so that we can wake Mike up. Everybody say something to Mike to wake him up, okay? All right, so coming up, of course, we have the Blind Mice Back to the 50s Invitational, and that is going to be a lot of fun. The videos are due on June 13th if you're going to participate. Build anything from the 50s that you want, and message me, Lee, or George, or go to the Three Blind Mice Diecast YouTube channel and message us and let us know that you're participating, and we'll include you in all of the little videos and clips and stuff that we put out on that. So that's the Back to the 50s challenge, and mine's done, by the way, and I am so excited about it. Stunning. I can't wait to show it to you. Okay, then on the 23rd of this month, we have the 66 Nova Invitational for the Three Blind Mice. And again, same thing. If you're going to participate, let us know. And simple rules. Hot Wheels 66 Nova casting. Do what you will with it. Post it on the 23rd. Please do not post early. Post on the 23rd. And if you can post it earlier in the day, it makes it easier on Lee to get you into the recap. In fact, everybody could help Lee out a little bit by getting a still shot of your finished product and sending it to Lee, so he doesn't have to hunt through all the videos and find a good shot of it that he can use. So if you want to help out a little bit, then go ahead and please do that and make it a little bit easier on Lee. Oh, Airbrush Academy, Class 102, another core course, and this one is gonna be on compressors. All right, not just compressors, we're calling it air power, and it's gonna give you all the information you need on how to pump air into one of your new airbrushes. So you're not gonna want to miss this. And alongside of that, we're also going to be releasing, the video is done, the first look and setup of my brand new air booth, my spray booth, that is. And check this out. We have finished the work and video on a complete restoration of an airbrush compressor. And that video is going to be coming up soon, and I can't wait to show it to you. It came out really good. I really had a lot of fun with it, and I can't wait to share that. So, big doings in the world here. But anyhow, so what else do we got new that's coming in? Okay, coin ringers. Coin ringers. I know I've been promising you for the longest time coin ringers, I've got some videos coming. Well, guess what? This coming Wednesday, I have a very fun coin ring video coming out where I'm going to be looking at and using some brand new tools while I make a silver-proof Nevada State coin ring. It's going to be a lot of fun. That video will release Wednesday at 7 a.m., so I hope you check it out. And of course, even if you're not a coin ringer, I hope you check it out. It should be a fun video. So please give that a look. Who asked it? Who asked about the Firetruck? I got to talk to Frank here in a second. Well, anyhow, for the Firetruck stuff, I also have a very special Firetruck build. The video is done, came out amazing. That's going to be put into the stream. The biggest problem I'm having right now is I got a lot of videos done, and I have a big stockpile, and so it's just a matter of scheduling and getting these things out to you. So I have that coming out. Let's see here. A Type 2. Turning Type 2. We've got a great video that's going to cover medication. Be forewarned, if you watch that video, I am giving myself injections, and so you have to see that, and you actually have to see my stomach, which we call it the egg sac because it looks like a big pulsating spider egg sac. So you have to see that if you watch it, but it's going to have a lot of good information on taking your medications as a new type 2 diabetic. So you're not going to want to miss that, or if you know somebody that is type 2, you're definitely going to want to turn them on to that video. Let's see here. I've been promising you some videos on wood rings, and I've got a video coming out on making a wood ring, a ring that you wear out of wood, sort of like this one here. All right. As a matter of fact, this is one of the rings made in the video. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is so big. Okay. Here we go. We got to look at this. Sorry about that. The microphone wasn't working on that, so I'll have to fix that. But anyhow, I was showing you the Green Ghost game, and that is a vintage game that I got. That's just chock full of these amazing icons and memories, and so you don't forget something like this. And so one of the things that's coming up is I'm going to be doing a series called Fat Guy's Funtime Favorites. And in that, I'm going to be featuring things that I love. Now, that could be the Green Ghost game, which it certainly will include that, but it could be a great computer. It could be a tool. It could be some other piece of electronics or a toy. It could be anything that I love and hold special. And so in the new feature, Fat Guy's Funtime Favorites, we're going to be hosting things like the Green Ghost game and a lot of other fun stuff. It should be a really, really big deal. I'm looking forward to putting those out for you. So, okay, that is that. Where are we? I don't know. We're in Las Vegas, I guess. That's what I heard last. Okay, so all right. Let's now, I've been doing the show and tell, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. And best of all, some of you guys are taking me up on my word and finally sending me some stuff. But wait, before I do that, I needed to go back. Okay, I gotta go back through the. Good morning, Paul, from beautiful down New Orleans. Love, I love it. Frank, welcome from New Orleans. One of these days, I saw that one come across, and I wanted to just say hello to Frank from New Orleans because I've got to get to New Orleans. Okay, I just have to. My whole image of New Orleans is Hurricane Katrina. I responded down there, and so I just have these black images in my head, and I need to shake them out. So I need to get down to New Orleans. I want to take the wife down there. I want to go down there and replace all of those horrible images with something fun and bright, colorful. And so, Frank, when I eventually put it together and do come down to New Orleans, maybe we can hook up and I can say hello in person. So, welcome to the show, Frank. Thank you. Okay, so let's scooch back up here. Anything else before I go to a show and tell? Scale Street, you made a wood ring. I'd be interested when I post that video. I'd be interested to hear more about it, and maybe you can tell me some of the things that you did. Definitely be very interested. Wow, really, Anthony? I did not know that. That's so cool. You did our subdivision. That's neat. Uh, I okay, that's an interesting comment, Jeremy. Not my daughter, boys. Okay, so I'm not even gonna go there. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't want to know. That sounds like something I don't want to touch. Okay, let's go to show and tell here. Okay. Oh, poopy darn. I don't want to show that first. Okay, let's start with this picture here. This is uh from John Darking, and you see some of his collection there. And this was his Rolls Royce build that he was working on. And I love this casting. It's one of the ones I did first on my channel, very early on in my diecast builds. And here it is before and after. And he did such an amazing job. It's beautiful. That red is just blistering, man. Very good job, John. Very impressive. And thank you for sending it to us to share here. Now, this is from Jeremy. Jeremy. Told you, Jeremy. Okay, so Jeremy has this. First of all, I have that same carrier. I bought it thinking how fun it would be to restore it. I bought the decals and everything. I got it. It's too nice. I can't make myself tear it apart. But you see Jeremy is towing in that Jeep Commander, and he was hoping to restore it, but he finally made the painful decision that it was too far gone and decided to come up with a different use for it. So Jeremy got really creative and started tearing this sucker apart. Gladiator, not Commander. I think they're coming out with a new thing called the Commander Net, and I was just reading about it. That's why I called it that, but it's the Gladiator, sorry. But anyhow, look what he did. Look at this. And there's the final product. That was the picture I didn't want to show you first. But man, look at that. Great job. And beautiful. And we've all seen guys do that. So, yeah, that's a little bit true to life. And, you know, you have to throw a lot of respect at Jeremy's way for, you know, salvaging what he could out of that and making it into something fun and wonderful. Anybody would be really happy to have that. So, okay. So continuing on with our show and tell here, this is from my friend Richard Michael, and this is a challenge coin, a fire department challenge coin that he did, and he turned it into a ring and then applied a transparent red powder coat to fill in the details, and it just looks amazing against that gold color. Really a great job. Beautiful ring. And I gotta tell you, first-hand knowledge, okay, challenge coins are really, really, really hard to do that to. I mean, super, super hard. So yeah, did a great job, and kudos to him. What am I trying to do? That's what I'm trying to do. I wanted to fix something for you guys. All right. Okay, so I think I have this fixed. So I'm gonna go back to this now, and if the audio isn't working, then we'll just come right back. But hopefully it's working. So yeah, it's working now. Okay, so like I said, this was my Green Ghost game. That was what I was gonna be showing and telling today. And man, what a fun game, and super, super amazing. And I ended up getting this. They're not easy to get, especially whole. But I ended up getting this. It was just missing a couple pieces that I was able to buy individually. And I think next weekend, my wife and me and my son, my wife, my son, and I should say, we're going to play this and videotape it, and we're going to share it on one of the episodes of my new Fat Guy's Fun Time Favorites. This is going to be the thumbnail for all of the Fat Guy Fun Time favorites, and I think it says it all. I think it really invokes what I'm trying to do there, and have a lot of fun. And we're going to be looking at a lot of cool stuff. At least I hope so. It should be a lot of fun, and it's going to bring a lot of neat things to you guys. All right, so that is some of the show and tell items. If you have anything you would like to share with me and the group, I would love for you to send it to me. You can just email it to CaptainPaul@Cox.net, C-O-X, CaptainPaul@Cox.net, and I would love to feature it on my show and tell. Anything, a current build, a fun toy, a favorite collectible, whatever you have that you want to share with us, I'd love to. Now, a quick update for my model builders. The Jupiter 2 build. Okay, so I'm doing the Jupiter 2, and I'm doing a full lighted version of it, and it's really been on the back burner while I caught up on some other work and while I was waiting for the paint booth. Well, the paint booth is here, the other work is caught up, and so now the Jupiter 2 is going to move into high gear. Everything's primed. Some of it is ready to go. I just need to start doing a lot of the paint so that I, can start to move forward. So that's the Jupiter 2 build. It's still going to be a while before that project is done. Before we start with the whole chat session, just let me remind you that the live stream is the first Sunday of every month, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And that means the next broadcast is going to be June 7th. And this Saturday, before the live stream, I do not do a video release. Other than that, I'm always releasing a video on every Saturday. I don't do it the Saturday before a live stream. But then I'll try to usually follow up on Wednesday with a different video. So mark your calendars, June 7th. The next live stream. I really hope to see you here. So that's all I have for today. Let's open up and let's start to focus on the chat here. Okay, so let's see here. Where are we? Hey, Lothar, how you doing, buddy? What time is it in Germany? Lothar, did you know I lived in Germany for 3 years? Yeah, Ramstein Air Base. I lived in Landstuhl for a while and a couple other places around there. But hey, there's Time Rider. How you doing, buddy? Got here just in time for the chat session. So, let's see here. Uh-oh. Hey, read the factory manual. What happened with CLR and your Tootsie Toy? Tell us about it. Good. Lothar, I'm so pleased with that comment. He said, anyone who doesn't grin like crazy seeing that thumbnail is dead. Jim, I love that. That was my intent. I really wanted that to be a thumbnail that popped and spoke to what was going on those videos. So thank you, Lothar. Is there a Hot Wheels UFO? I don't know, Lord Nagatron. Anybody? Is there a Hot Wheels UFO? It's almost 7 o'clock in Germany. Where at in Germany are you at, Lothar? And do you have a beer nearby? Oh man, I gotta come back and get down to Munich and go get a beer and a currywurst. I do make currywurst here at home, but it's not as good. Do you do coin rings or bracelets? Yes, I do coin rings and I do paracord bracelets. We're going to be bringing you some paracord bracelet stuff, but I've got a lot of new stuff I'm introducing and I just haven't gotten to that yet, but that is coming. Uh, yes, Joe, I was in the Chicago suburbs. I was born in Chicago itself, and for most of my life, I was raised in Wooddale, Illinois, which is, Elk Grove, Addison, Pennsonville, right near O'Hare Airport. Um, so yeah, lot of good memories there. Uh, yeah, I know, Lothar, that horrible air show accident back then. It was so tragic. Um, but hey, you can't live your life in fear. Stuff can happen no matter where you're at. You can be happily at an air show, and you can also just be walking down the street. So yeah, I'm super sad. I had just left. It was the first air show after I left that happened, and I gotta be honest. I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that. Just one more pile of nightmares to have to contend with. Um, Lee, are you saying Hot Wheels did make a UFO? Well, I see the Jetsons car. Does that count? I guess. Well, no, because it's identified. It's an IFO, right? Hillside. Hillside. I know Hillside. Of course, I know Hillside. Um, yeah, Lord Negatron. A UFO Hot Wheel could be a fun project. Uh. Oh, Lothar. I'd say all futuristic rides Hot Wheels did were kind of UFOs. I would absolutely agree with that. They have gotten out there on some of their castings, haven't they? But yeah, I get it, Lord Nagatron. You wanted flying saucer types, and that would be a lot of fun. Um, yes, Ken, the transporter is sitting right next to the paint booth, and it just needs to get its paint and detailing and then reassembly. The charger is the next one up, and I pulled that out like 3 days ago, but I haven't torn it apart yet or anything like that. So that's the next one. Um, David, it's not too personal. I'm very pleased that I'm scared straight, I guess. That visit to the hospital, I've never felt worse in my life, and so I've been very compliant with my diet and my medications. Um, and I'm trying to share that through the Turning Type 2 series, and I've lost somewhere in the neighborhood of 75 pounds. And the sad part is, I'm still a fat ass. So, uh, uh, that's a little deflating, but every little goal. So my last goal was to get that 7 in there. I'm down to 278, and I haven't seen that 7 in the middle there in a very, very long time. So I was really glad to get that. My next goal is for that 7 to be a 5. Um, so yeah, but thank you. I am losing a lot of weight. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Uh, Hot Wheels Micro UFO. Interesting. Uh, I believe. So yeah, apparently the answer to the UFO thing is yes. Oh, cool. Read the factory manual. I sent you an email with the photo of the CLR soak. Cool. Uh, I'm not going to share that with everybody today. I'm going to save it for next month, and I'll put it up on the live stream. Um, yes, I did go to Hurricane Katrina. I was with Nevada Task Force One, and it was one of the hardest things I've ever done. Seriously, it was so hot and humid out there, and there was nothing. If we didn't bring it, we didn't have it. So we were living in these tents. I could not sleep in the tent, so I would throw a little pad on the ground right outside and throw a sleeping bag on top of that, and I would just lay on top of the sleeping bag and listen to some music and fall asleep out there, just to have that extra little air movement. And then, the long days of searching and you know, some of the things we had to see and stuff. It just was a really really tough deployment, and so I really need to get to New Orleans and shake that up and um, put fun and frivolity in my head when I think of New Orleans. Let's see here. No, I am not changing my name, Ken, ever, because I'm not Fat Guy Productions. I'm Fat Guy Productions. Oh, crap! I almost forgot. Okay, so important stuff. Huh. I put out a poll question on my community page and asked if I should start to sell some merchandise. And the overwhelming answer was yes, to go ahead. So what I've done is I've converted my Etsy shop where I sell coin rings and stuff, and it's on my Fat Guy Productions shop. And this is one of the shirts. This is an actual product that you would buy on the site. The Fat Guy logo in the original orange, lime, pink, red, and yellow, I think, are all available on the shop. The Fat Guy Productions Hot Wheel logo is available, that shirt. And the Fat Guy Productions Lesney Matchbox shirt is available. And the Fat Guy Productions sticker. Okay. So in the original orange. All right. So all of that is available on the shop, as well as you can order coin rings and stuff if you ever have a desire for something like that. The address is, I wrote it down somewhere. I knew I couldn't just say it. www.etsy.com/shop/Fat Guy Productions. And that is my Etsy shop where you can get your own Fat Guy merchandise. Don't feel like you have to do it. It's not imperative, but in case you want it, it's available. Can't believe I almost forgot to talk about that. Okay, so let's get back to where we were at in the conversation. No, Rick, this is not where the Three Blind Mice announced the monthly builds. Go to Three Blind Mice Diecast. Go to that YouTube channel, and there's all sorts of videos. There's actually a video that will describe the castings for the entire rest of this year, so you can go out and make one order and get all your cars in and join us. RL Rabby, good job. 30 pounds, nice. That's a lot of weight, bro. So you should be very, very proud of yourself. 75 is a bigger number because I was giant, so you know I got more to get rid of. So don't let that be a comparison. 30 pounds is an amazing feat. Batmobile, yes. Got There's it. Oh man, I don't know. I have all sorts of corgis coming up in the works too. So those are going to be a lot of fun. I'm waiting for parts. As tough as it is to get anything in this country, it's even tougher to get it from overseas. So, uh, hey, I'll tell you what. Um, I got a question here from David Parker. What led me to pursue firefighting? And so I get a lot of questions about my backstory, you know, diecast cars and stuff. So I think in the live stream, I'm going to start talking about little topics about who I am, so you guys get to know me a little bit better. And so I'm going to put this into the next month's live stream. So I'll answer that question next month, okay? And it'll be a lot of fun. And we'll go from there. So I'm going to hold that question for the next month's live stream. Let's see here. Go lift 2 bowling balls, right, Lee? Seriously. You know, I can't believe so much extra weight. 32 pounds, man. It's amazing. Type 2 is reversible, and hopefully that's my goal. I saw my doctor 3 weeks ago, and she was super pleased. Um, your daily glucose and your A1C are two different measurements. So the A1C is still not where we'd like it, but it is good now. Um, so hopefully I can keep on the same path and get that fixed. And as a matter of fact, on Turning Type 2, there will be coming an episode on A1C. So that'll be out there in the future. Good job, Lee. 40 pounds when you were diagnosed. All I know is you looked fabulous when you were out here in Vegas. And by the way, if you haven't seen Lee, he got his hair cut. I love it. I wish my hair was that short. Stupidly, I had trimmers. I don't know what I did with them. I must have thrown them out at some point in time, figuring I wasn't going to cut my own hair anymore. I wish I had them because I would love to thin this mess out. Wow, really, Lothar? The German Post won't even take it right now, huh? That's sad. Um, yeah, no, I don't blame you for not paying a bunch of extra service fees. Certainly not 90 euros. Definitely not. Um, yeah, thank you, Play Apps. I'm doing the best I can. My wife is really being super supportive, and so it's making it a lot easier. Um, right, 40 pounds is nothing to sneeze at, man. Definitely. Yeah, cuckoo, right? Hey, I got that in Germany, Lothar. I got that in that clock I got in Rothenburg. Love me some Rothenburg. Oh, really, Ken? So that's how you're gonna be? You're just gonna ditch us? Okay, fine. Be that way. And I better get an email soon from you because I'm getting really testy with you. Okay, I'm gonna change the color of the transporter to purple. So anyhow, no, seriously, Ken. Have a great day, man. Be safe. Okay, so let's see. Rothenburg, isn't it fantastic? But I love that whole little stretch through there. Oh, Lord. Yeah, so a lot of stuff going on. I can't believe I almost forgot that one. Okay, so 76. I got all sorts of stuff to address for the next thing here. No, you know what, Lee? I'm not knocking purple. I love purple. It's one of my favorite colors. In fact, interesting story. I don't know. Did I have my Challenger when we went to lunch that day, or I don't know. I have a 2010 Hemi Orange Pearl Coat Challenger, and when I went to buy it, I actually was going to buy the Plum Crazy Challenger, and I got there, and lo and behold, here was this Hemi Orange one with the white stripes, and I was hooked. I had to immediately switch over and buy the orange one, but I do love me some purple. Um, the bug, yeah. Well, later today I'm taking the wife out. We're gonna just go for a ride, and we're gonna take the bug, put the top down, and enjoy the beautiful uh, Nevada sunshine. It's spectacular out right now. Hey, interesting story. So we've been getting these bees everywhere, and um, yesterday my wife, a lot of them have been dying by the lights and stuff. So yesterday my wife was taking out some garbage, and she saw a bee on the sidewalk, but it wasn't dead. It was just kind of like seemed like it was struggling there, and my wife had heard somewhere that if you see that, they're probably just worn out and they're gonna die unless something happens. And so somebody said, mix up some sugar water and feed it to the bee, and it'll perk it up and save it. So she mixed up some sugar water and went out and she put little drops near it that didn't seem to work, but it was more water than anything. She didn't have it mixed up good, so she mixed it up really, really good and got a spoonful of it and set it down in front of the bee, and the bee just kind of beetled over to the spoon and stuck out his little sucker and started sucking up the sugar water. So my wife saved a bee, which we think was amazingly cool. If we'd known it was going to work that well, we would have filmed it, but we didn't know it was going to work. So if we ever do it again, we'll film it. All right. So anyhow, listen. Hey, I promised my wife I would take her out, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the day. I want to thank everybody who stopped in and hung out with me live this morning. Again, we have a video release on a coin ring on Wednesday, and then the next live stream will be June 7th. And don't forget to let us know if you're going to be participating in the Three Blind Mice Back to the 50s or the Three Blind Mice Nova builds, so that we can include you in all the information we have out there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope you guys have an amazing, fantastic day and have an opportunity to save a bee. This is Paul from Fat Guy Productions. Until next time, have a great day.